All right, how you guys doing? Man, I'm telling you, this fucking state has a serious fucking insect problem. It is just like, wow. I don't know how people in Texas fucking how you can stand it. It's like, God, bro, fuck you getting. If you aren't getting eaten alive by fire ants, you're getting eaten alive by mosquitoes and harassed by fucking flies, and fucking cicadas are fucking screaming fucking hours and hours into the fucking night, and there's fucking bugs everywhere, scorpions fucking everywhere, every fucking, like, what the fuck, dude? You guys need you guys in Texas, man, you need like you need to get some you need to get some what do you call it, pest control out here or something, dude. What's going on out here, man? Fucking pestilence, man. It's like end times out here, bro. Anyway, I know, I'm just laughing at my own stupid boomer humor. I laugh at my own boomer humor. I think my boomer humor is very, very good. Most people, they don't even get it. They're like, what? That was supposed to be funny? Well, I'm laughing. I guess that's what's important, is that I'm laughing, you know. Why would I care if anyone else is laughing? Anyhow, yeah, so this is going to be a more just freestyle, freeform video. I'm a slave, so I don't have a life. I apologize. It's just everything I do is for work, that's it. I eat, sleep, breathe, and shit work, that's it. So the reason I'm doing this video is for my job, okay? Because doing videos, like content creating kind of videos, is a hobby. And the only reason I have a hobby is to keep me from going completely insane because of my job, right? Because if every second of every waking hour of every day, of every week, of every month, of every year, of every decade is just work, you know, haven't you seen that movie, The Shining? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And trust me, I'm the dullest motherfucker in the cut, bro. There ain't nobody duller than me in the cut. I don't have anything witty to say in the cut. I don't have any fun jokes to bring levity to the slave labor situation. I'm just flat affect. It's just like flat affect. It's like, okay, what are we doing now? That's it. I don't have anything witty. All my coworkers, they're just have a joke a minute. Everything is just a joke. But to me, it's sad. The more they tell jokes, the more my dry tear ducts start to swell. You know, because ultimately there is nothing funny about slave labor. So they all do their jokes to try to, create an illusion of respite, when really there is no respite. You will find no respite. So, so what I do, I'm like the Joker. I'm the Joker. What I do is I just carve a smile on my face. And everything, all day I'm just like this. What are we doing now, guys? And so when my coworkers tell jokes, I'm already smiling. And so they'll tell a joke and look to see what I think about it, if I'm finding humor in it. And when they look at me, this is what they see. That's it. I'm like the Joker. Either this or just this. That's it. That's it. It's mean. You ever had a job, a slave labor job that's very menial? Not only is it like aggressively physical and like physically draining. It's also like mentally exhausting. It's like mental torture. It's so menial that like you would have more fun watching paint dry. So you're just like, it's so intensely boring that you're just like, or you're like, it's insane, bro. So all work and no play, makes Jack a dull boy. So here I am doing a video because it's kind of a hobby. I'm doing this for my job, because if I don't have a hobby, how am I gonna work? I won't be able to work without a hobby. So I have a hobby to revitalize me and enable me to continue to slave. You see a little action going on right here. A drug deal or something, probably. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't be a Karen. Like, who cares? Let them smoke their crack, and I don't care. Don't bother me. As long as the drama ain't coming over into this vicinity, I just don't care. Drink beer and get laid. Fuck some prostitutes. I don't care. Anyhow, I'm running low on cigarettes, and this is a freestyle video. But I wanted to freestyle on a particular thing, which is why. So there's some I come across some e-drama, and I don't really like e-drama, dude. Like there's already enough e-drama. All you gotta do is watch Richie from Boston, and he's like the number one guy who has the pulse on worldwide drama. What's the drama going on in the world? Well, there's always some interdimensional portal opened that's just flooding invisible interdimensional beings. So there's all that, and that's like whatever. And you can't avoid, there's that kind of e-drama you can't avoid. Like the Jewish space lasers are everywhere. That e-drama, it's like, yeah, I know that the Jewish space lasers are everywhere. They're all over the place. I'm getting beamed with like 1 million of them right now. They're just pinpointed right on me right now, because of course, yeah, like yeah, duh. But outside of that, like I that kind of e-drama you can't avoid, because it's like everywhere. Right? So it's like, yeah, that's pretty typical. Yeah, the Jewish space lasers, the interdimensional beings, yeah. But I came across this e-drama that I don't need to be burdened with it, and yet here it is, because I'm changing up my patterns. I'm exploring a different vein of internet, which there really isn't. I've talked about this. It's all an illusion, just like the Food Incorporated. You walk into a grocery store, well, of course it appears like there's all kinds of options and selection and everything, but if you are paying even just a minimal amount of attention, that all those products come from one corporation, and that corporation is called Soylent Green. The corporation is called Soylent Green, and Soylent Green creates this illusion that you have all these different options of food. You can get the more expensive, healthy food, or you can get the cheaper, more poisonous food, and etc. It's all an illusion, you know. And this may come. Some people they're not gonna agree. They're gonna challenge that idea and try to argue, well, no, there actually are foods that are more better and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, I don't, what do I know? I'm not claiming to know anything, but based off of the empirical evidence before us, to me it's pretty obvious that there's one corporation that provides all the food in any and every grocery store nationwide and globally. And it's all an illusion of choice and selection and option. But really, it's all just Soylent Green coming from the corporation called Soylent Green. So it's the same on the internet. You know, the internet has this illusion that there's all these different options and selections, and you can choose from millions of different, but it's all the same. It's like black or white, red or blue, you know, all or nothing. It's always all or nothing, you know. You know, like at the casino, it's all or nothing, man. When you're at the casino, it's all or nothing. Who is playing penny slots? Oh yeah, you're gonna sit there at the casino and put in pennies so that you can win what? What are you even doing? You know, you're a fucking retard. It's all or nothing, baby. In the casino, it's all or nothing. That's all there is. All or nothing. So you might as well just go for broke. Go big or go home. Go big or go home. Which perfectly segues into another great saying is, play hard, pay hard. And this is where we will enter into the strange world of e-drama. Play hard or pay hard, okay? So there's this channel, and I'm not going to mention the name, and that I've been kind of just like, you know, checking out because it's decent, so whatever. And I already know that it's going to go into subjects that I don't really give a fuck about, like video games, Pokemon, you know, stupid shit like that, which is fine. I'm not criticizing anyone or any. If you want to play video games, that's your thing. I personally I can think of probably a million things that I would rather do than play video games. So whatever, right? But that's just me. It's just, unless it's Galaga or something. Galaga's cool. I like Galaga. But pardon me. I apologize. Let me light this cigarette. But anyways, and so I'm watching this channel that's kind of like whatever. Just for fun. And this big e-drama thing is what's been the latest, right? And it's kind of like, okay, all right, let's see what's going on here. Like, what is this, right? What's this? What's so serious? It's pretty serious stuff, you know. And immediately, I'm watching it, right? And it's about this girl. Okay, it's like, okay, right, yeah. Well, and it goes right into the story that this girl is being stalked, and I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. Oh, so, you know, okay. So this girl, she's totally innocent, and she's being stalked, and I'm, oh, okay, yeah, okay. So I'm 51 years old, and all of these people involved in this e-drama, they're like 27 years old. And they're all like completely immersed in this story about this innocent girl who's being stalked. Okay, and I'm like, yeah, I know this story really well. I'm like an expert on this. And so check this out. This is how the story goes. So this poor innocent girl. Lovely, innocent, everything. She's pure as snow. She's like an angel, right? And she's being stalked for no fucking reason. She's being stalked. Okay. And so, I mean, of course, she's a pure angel, pure innocent angel being stalked. Well, and the people around her kind of start catching on. It's like, oh, the people around her, friendly acquaintances, coworkers, associates start to kind of like it starts to get around a little bit, and so then, of course, the people around her, once they start to catch on, they're like, "Are you okay? What's going on? I heard I'm hearing that there's this possibility that maybe you're being stalked." And this is the story. So then it's like, well, yeah, I'm being stalked. Okay. So you're a 24-year-old girl, and you are a popular internet influencer who brings in, 6 to 7 figures a year as an internet influencer, internet sensation, and you're being stalked. Well, surprise. I mean, wow. You know, who this is wow, this is shocking news, right? A 24-year-old girl is an internet influencer who brings in 6 to 7 figures a year live streaming. And I caught a little bit of her live stream. Like one of her live streams, she's wearing a really low cut shirt and her fucking cleavage is bulging out, and so she's like really wanting to, she's shaking her tits and shaking her ass and stuff, because this is all normal. This is normalized. And she's got a cute face, innocent cute face and everything, right? And so it's like, yeah, and so you're being stalked, huh? Wow. Maybe it has something to do with your career choices, And so let's go back to this idea of play hard, pay hard, right? Play hard, pay hard, So if I want to get into the world of high status internet influencer, and I agree, and I say, yeah, I'll get involved in this, Well, I mean, wouldn't that be expected? Like if I was an attractive 24-year-old girl, and I decided I wanted to show my cleavage on my live streams and shake my little booty around and be cute and stuff, and in order to make 6 to 7 figures a year as just a millennial, just shaking my tits around and stuff. Well, it seems like that comes with the job. Like if you want to do that, you might as well just expect that you're going to be getting stalked, right? But I mean, to some people it's worth it. Hey, if you're bringing in 6 to 7 figures a year, maybe it's worth the risk of getting stalked, And so then her friendly acquaintances and friendly associates and friendly coworkers start to hear this rumor that she's being stalked. And so then they're like, hey, are you okay? What's happening? And then, of course, she's like, well, I'm being stalked. It's like, oh. And so then one of her friendly acquaintances / associates says, well, I'll help you. Okay. And wouldn't that be the normal response? Is like, if you have a friendly acquaintance that's being stalked, would it be your duty to do something, And if so, what would that be? What do you so let's say this is you. Okay? And one of your friendly acquaintance / friendly associates, you find out that she's being stalked, and she's an attractive girl, and she's 24, and she brings in 6 to 7 figures a year shaking her tits online, live stream in front of thousands of people, 4 or 5 days a week. And you find out, well, this girl who's shaking her tits online, for a living and bringing in, 6 to 7 figures a year doing it, you find out she's getting stalked. What's the right thing to do? Well, if you're a friendly acquaintance, it may be your duty to provide some kind of support to that person, right? And so this guy, again, it's not a girl, it's a guy, agrees to like be of a source of a source of help and a resource for, because wouldn't you want help if you were being stalked? You would want people to know and for there to be some awareness, and so this guy does. Okay. And guess what ends up happening? Over a period of time, they start dating. Wow. Huh. Interesting story, isn't it? It's fascinating, right? So you see this, it's already like drama. It's like, if you're being, look, first of all, this is the first element of drama. If I'm a female, 24-year-old female, attractive, and I decide I want to become an internet influencer so I can make, 6 to 7 figures a year, and I decide I'm going to kind of show my cleavage and maybe shake my ass a little bit, not like porn, but just like, but hey, I'm sexy and attractive, I'm going to show it off and stuff. And, and I'm bringing in millions of dollars. Like, what first of all, that's drama in and of itself. Like, you are willingly entering the world of extreme drama. Like, you are agreeing to involve yourself in full retard drama, first of all. And why would you do this? Well, for money, of course. 6 to 7 figures a year, hell yeah, right? And then imagine what they're streaming. So then you might think, well, okay, I mean, so this person decided to, become an internet influencer, but maybe they're doing something good. Maybe they're spreading awareness about some important issue. Well, no, they're not. No, they're just there to just hang out and kind of brag about how successful they are and show off their fully developed character and just like how awesome they are, And that's all it is. So it's all vain. It's all in vain. It isn't like I'm doing this to bring awareness to homelessness. We have homeless elderlies, and homeless children and homeless women and homeless people in general that plaguing every major city in this country. And so I'm going to become an internet influencer to do something good, to maybe try to help these people, all these people that are in need of help. No, it's not about that at all. It's just about like, look at me, check out my tits, look at how, right? And it's like, fine, if you want to do that, that's your choice. I guess this is a free country, as they say, right? But then play hard, pay hard. So that's playing hard. You want to play hardball. You want to get to where you are an internet influencer who's being viewed by tens of thousands and millions of people, and you want to show off your cleavage and like be cute and sexy, and it's all just for vanity and fame and wealth. That's playing hard. You want to play hard, that's cool. But see, a price must be paid. A price must be paid. So if I'm that person and I decide I want to play hard, I want to play the hardball game, and so I can, bring in a bunch of money showing off my cleavage and stuff for no other reason than fame and wealth, that's fine. But shouldn't I expect that, that I might, something bad could happen? Like I might have like creepy guys on the internet watching me and that decide they want to stalk me, Well, yeah, I mean, that's just common sense. Only a person that doesn't have common sense can't, connect the dots there, right? So anyhow, so this e-drama girl is getting stalked now, okay? It's like, okay, well, yeah, wow. Surprise, surprise. Anyone surprised? Anyone? Bueller? Right? And so then another e-drama internet influencer who's in the same game says, I'll help you. And then, of course, they end up dating. And a lot of that has to do, if you've heard the term trauma bonding, well, they trauma bond. Because he has experienced stalking as well, which is like totally par for the course. If you pursue fame and fortune as an internet influencer, you're going to get stalked. Like, that's just again, that's just common sense. It's not that hard to put two and two together here. And so now these people are victims. These fucking like millionaires who make millions of dollars just doing nothing but shaking their tits and like talking shit and gossiping and doing stupid shit for internet fame. Well, now they're victims of stalking. Oh my God. Meanwhile, a disconcerting 8+ billion people, they're just struggling to put food on the table, working slave labor jobs that they'll never get out of. No matter how talented, no matter how much they deserve a better life, they'll never get out. But who cares about them? Because it's all about internet influencers, right? Like, this is like amazing. And see, this is why, the internet is dead. This is why I say the internet is dead. This is why I say that, like, all you get is just diarrhea, nonstop diarrhea, just like mainstream media. It's all the fucking same. And all these zombie NPCs always try to argue that, no, the internet is way better than mainstream media. It's all just zombie NPC, pussified, fucking retarded, fucking sheeple mentality, hive mind mentality. It's all about popularity and superficiality and clicks, likes, views, subs, dopamine hits. It's all fucking gay, bro. Like, totally gay. And so I'm like, yeah, okay. And nobody's gonna ask my advice on a situation like that. And nobody watches my channel except for only quality people watch my channel, because people that watch my channel, they are disgusted by this retardation as much as I am, and that's why I have 29 subscribers, because there are people that find when they see retardation, they see it for exactly what it is, and that's it. There may not be many people, and the numbers may be dwindling generation after generation, year after year, but nonetheless, there's always going to be somebody out there that can spot retardation for exactly what it is, no matter what. So, like, my audience, they understand, But anyways, like, it's just a crazy story. And so this is the highlight. This is the story, right? This is it, right? And then, of course, you have to take a side, right? And of course, it's the girl that's the innocent. She's just an innocent victim. And the guy is because they had a big breakup. See, that's what happened. They had a big breakup and it was all drama. And so then she decides to go public. And the reason she decides to go public is totally altruistic. It's totally altruistic to spread awareness about an important societal issue that people should be aware of. Yeah. That internet influencers are going to get stalked, and if they're a attractive female that decides to show off her cleavage and shake her ass and tits and be flirty online as part of her big live stream thing, she's going to get stalked no matter what the case, right? So, and then if you're a guy, if you happen to be a guy and you're watching this video, here's the thing. If you decide to engage with a female like that, who is bringing in a lot of money and getting a lot of attention and fame for shaking her tits and being flirty online, and you decide to get in a relationship with her, what do you think is going to be the end result of that? Do you think it's going to be you live happily ever after and everything? Or is it going to be, which of these two things do you think it would probably end up being? Because you can only choose one of the two. Is it going to be you live happily ever after as internet influencer millionaires and everything is like awesome? Or is it going to be like this massive fucking dramatic like retardation involving all kinds of retarded people who are lying and cheating and stealing and fucking, and who knows how far it could go it could end up with arson and murder and death threats and all. Like, which of those two, because you can only choose one or the other, which do you think is going to be the end result? Again, play hard, pay hard. Okay, and so just to wrap this up, so the theme of all this e-drama, as I'm observing it, is that this girl is totally innocent, and this guy is a really bad. He's a big bad wolf. And that's the. And I'm like, yeah. And this is all presented by millennials who bring in millions of, bring in 6 to 7 figures a year just sitting on their fucking ass, staring at a fucking computer all day, playing video games and gossiping and talking shit. And they bring in 6 to 7 figures doing this, and they're like 27 years old, and this is their story, and it's a really important story because sexual assault bad. Sexual assault is bad, and stalking is bad, and So, like, whose side am I going to take? Our problems are of our own making. I'm 51. Okay. This particular mini circle, which expands into a massive circle of retarded internet influencers, millennial internet influencers, but just taking the small, like, inner circle of this bigger conglomerate. These are all like 27 to 30-year-old millennials that are internet influencers, getting rich, doing nothing but shaking their tits and talking shit and flirting and gossiping. And so there is no side, because there are internet influencers who bring in 6 to 7 figures a year doing stupid shit, and then there's a disconcerting 8+ billion people on the planet who have to actually work real jobs and are struggling just to put food on the table. So whose side am I on? The disconcerting 8+ billion people who are slaves that are working their fingers to the bone just to put food on the table and are struggling just to get food on the table. That's the side I'm taking. But that's just me, I'm the minority. So that's the end. That concludes this video. And remember, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.